combination of rain and high winds can also mean finding your tree on your property uprooted or even worse, on top of your home. 2 News reporter Sartaj Singh joins us now outside of the studio. Sartaj, you talked with local tree removal company. How busy have they been since just our last storm this past weekend?
Jack, that's right. I talked to 301 Tree Removal, and they say that it's not unusual for them to get a bevy of calls right before a big storm. Now, they do want to remind residents that when it comes to trees during heavy winds and flooding, some preparations are key in order to avoid disaster.
As storms arrive, so do tree removal services across the Miami Valley.
It's nothing for us to get 40 or 50 calls within 24 hours after a big storm.
Stuart Moats is the owner of 301 Tree Services, and he says the calls for tree removals have already been coming in. Just recently, they were called out to a home in Monroe Township. These are the pictures he shared with us of a tree falling on top of a garage.
Huge oak tree. It was blown over in the storm a couple days ago, and it was on her garage. So then we worked until 1 o'clock this morning getting that off the house.
And while older trees are primed to be damaged during a storm, it does not mean that newer trees are safe.
Most of the trees we pull off houses they have leaves on them. Like, they are healthy trees, but again, you get those leaves pop, and it's just like a kite. And a huge tree, next to your house, it just saturated ground.
And it's that saturated ground from rain that is a bad combination with high winds.
When that ground gets that saturated, you get a 50, 60 mile an hour wind gust, those roots, they'll just give up because there's nothing to hold them there since the ground's so wet.
301 Tree Services says that you should watch for large unkept branches, but also some signs of wildlife affecting the tree.
They burrow into the tree, then that really causes a weak spot in that tree.
After the storm, you should look to see if your tree has been uprooted. If so, you will need to call tree service.
It's looking around the root system and what they call the root crown, the base of the tree, and see if there's any type of lifting. Like, you'll see a little bit of dirt on one side, maybe lift up a little bit.
And if you do find a tree on top of your home after the storm, time is of the essence.
The key is we want to get that tree off there so there's no more structural damage, and we can get the house tarped. That way the elements aren't causing more damage inside the home.
Now, Stuart Moats also wants to remind residents of one thing: to pay attention to wind direction. Let's say you have a tree next to your house and the wind is blowing that tree in the direction of your home. He recommends you sleep on the other side where the tree is not there in order to avoid that tree falling down and getting into your property so that you're safe on the safe side of the home. Reporting live outside the studio, Sartaj Singh, 2 News.